Hello students, today we are going to start chapter 7, the last leaf from your moments. Here students, moments is a supplementary textbook. Let's begin. The last leaf written by O. Henry. It is autumn, the wind is blowing hard and it is raining heavily. All the leaves on an ivy creeper have fallen except one. Why doesn't the last leaf fall? So students, the season mentioned over here is autumn. The wind is blowing hard and it is raining heavily. You know, in autumn, usually the trees shed their leaves. All the leaves on an ivy creeper have fallen except one. So from this creeper also, all the leaves have fallen except one. And why doesn't that last leaf fall? What is wrong with it, or what is the mystery behind that last leaf? So let's see why and how that last leaf still stands strong on that creeper and does not fall. So begin here. Sue and John C., two young artists, shared a small flat. So the two friends, two young artists, the names are Sue and John C., and they shared a flat, and the flat was on the third story of an old house. So where they stay, it is an old house and they stay on the third story. Okay. John C. fell very seriously ill in November. She had pneumonia. She would lie in her bed without moving, just gazing out of the window. Sue, her friend, became very worried. She sent for the doctor. Although he came every day, there was no change in John C.'s condition. So students, what happens? John C. falls seriously ill. In which month, students? In the month of November. What was the sickness? She had pneumonia, and what she would do? She would lie in her bed without moving, just gazing out of the window. What was there? Okay, we are going to see what she would gaze out of the window. Why she would gaze out of the window and what she would gaze at, look at. Okay. So her friend became very worried. Her friend, John C.'s friend, Sue, was very much worried about John C.'s health and the condition. She sent for the doctor. Although he came every day, there was no change in John C.'s condition. Though the doctor came every day, John C.'s condition was not getting better, but it was either same or getting worse. One day the doctor took Sue aside and asked her, "Is anything worrying John C.?" So doctor took Sue aside and he asked her quietly, "Is there anything that is worrying John C.?" Because the recovery rate was not very good. "No," replied Sue. "But why do you ask?" Now Sue is asking, why do you ask that? Is anything worrying John C.? So the doctor said, "John C., it seems, has made up her mind that she is not going to get well. If she doesn't want to live, medicines will not help her." So students, our willpower matters. In the case of John C., if John C. has decided not to get well, however the best doctor is and however good medicines you give, it will not help, because you have not made your mind to live. You have not made your mind to fight the disease. And therefore, the willpower is the most important thing to live. Any sickness, students, if you have willpower to live and to fight back the sickness, you will live longer. Sue tried her best to make John C. take an interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashions, but John C. did not respond. John C. continued to lie still on her bed. So Sue is trying her best to do what? To make her, to bring her interest back, or to make her interested in the things around her. She talked about the clothes and the fashion, but John C. would not respond. John C. remained cold. John C. was not getting better to this. John C. continued to lie still on her bed. So brought her drawing board into brought her drawing board into John C.'s room and started painting. John C. was interested in painting and all. So Sue brings a drawing board into the room and starts painting. To take Johnson's mind off her illness, she whistled while working. While working, she would whistle also, so that Johnson would laugh or may get distracted and pay attention to what Sue is doing. So in that way, Sue is also trying her best to get Johnsy interested. Suddenly, Sue heard Johnsy whisper something. She quickly rushed to the bed and heard Johnsy counting backwards. So one day, as Sue and Johnsy, both of them were in their room, and you know that both of them were artists. So as Sue was drawing something and whistling and all, she hears all of a sudden Johnsy whispers something. And so she goes quickly to the bed near Johnsy to hear what Johnsy is speaking or whispering. And that was nothing but she was counting backwards. She was looking out of the window and was saying 12. So what is 12 now? What was she counting? We saw in the first paragraph also. She gazed out of her bed. Okay, looking from the window. What she was looking from the window? She gazed from the window. What was she gazing at? Okay, so now over here she was counting backwards. She was looking out of the window and was saying 12. After some time she whispered 11 and then 10, then 9, 8, 7. Sue anxiously looked out of the window. She saw an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite their window. So Sue was wondering what was she whispering at, what was she looking and counting. And so as Johnsy was counting backwards, she says 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So what is that? Sue is anxious. Sue saw an old ivy creeper climbing half the way up the brick wall opposite their window. In the strong wind outside, the creeper was shedding its leaves. So students, this ivy creeper, the season was autumn. The wind was blowing heavily. It was also raining, and so this creeper, particular creeper, also was shedding its leaves. And so Johnsy was counting those leaves falling. The leaves, as the creeper was shedding those leaves, Johnsy was counting 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and was going backwards. Then what happens? What is it, dear? Sue asked. 6, whispered Johnsy. They are falling faster now. 3 days ago, there were almost 100 leaves. There are only 5 left now. It is autumn, said Sue, and the leaves will fall. So what is Sue saying? Sue is saying, dear Johnsy, don't you know? This is autumn season and they will fall. All the leaves will fall and they will fall faster. What is that? Johnsy is saying there were hundreds of leaves, but now there are only 5 left now. When the last leaf falls, I will die. And Johnsy, with finality, said Johnsy with finality, I have known this for the last 3 days. So what is Johnsy counting? She was counting the leaves and she was saying, when the last leaf falls, that's the time I will die. So did Johnsy have the willpower to live? We can clearly say no, because she was counting, if the leaf falls, Johnsy will die. So what is going to happen? And so Johnsy says with so much of certainty, finality, that I have known this for the last 3 days. Oh, that's nonsense, replied Sue. What have old ivy leaves to do with your getting well? The doctor is confident that you will get better. So what Sue is saying, that is nonsense, Johnsy. What the creeper, ivy old leaves creeper has to do with your getting well? Doctor is confident that you will get better. Johnsy did not say anything. Sue went and brought her a bowl of soup. Johnsy did not say then anything. Sue quietly goes and gets a bowl of soup for Johnsy. I don't want any soup, said Johnsy. I'm not hungry. Now there are only 4 leaves left. I want to see the last one fall before it gets dark. Then I will sleep forever. So students, what is Johnsy saying? Johnsy has no plan to live to get better, and she says, I am not feeling hungry, I don't feel like eating, I don't want to have any soup. I am now only there are 4 leaves are left, and I want to see the last one fall before it gets dark. Then I will go to sleep forever, meaning I will die forever. So sat on Johnsy's bed, kissed her and said, you are not going to die. I can't draw the curtain, for I need the light. I want to finish the painting and get some money for us. So what is Sue saying? You are not going to die. I cannot draw the curtain because I need some light, and I am going to finish the painting because we need money to live for us. Please, my dear. See, students, you can see the painting over here. You can see the ivory leaf over going there, the creeper, ivy creeper. Sue and Johnsy sleeping, looking out of the window. Sue by her side, not allowing her to think negatively. Just see the one more paragraph and we will finish over here. Friend. So Johnsy is telling, Sue is saying, Johnsy, you are not going to die. I have to finish the painting. She begged Johnsy, promise not to look out of the window while I paint. So she's promising Johnsy not to look out of the window till she finishes the painting. All right, said Johnsy, finish your painting soon, for I want to see the last leaf fall. I am tired of waiting. I have to die. So let me go away peacefully, like one of those poor, tired leaves. So what is she saying? Okay, you finish your painting soon. I want to see the last leaf falling, and I am tired waiting for the last leaf to fall. I have to die. So let me go away peacefully, like one of those poor, tired leaves. Try to sleep, said Sue. I have to paint an old mirror. I will call Behram up to be my model. So she's saying, I'm going to call Behram. Behram will be the best painter, maybe their guide. So she's saying, I'm going to call him, and so therefore he will come, and so therefore you go to sleep. He may be the old painter, or he may be the best painter who will be guiding them. So name of the painter is Behram over here. Students, we are going to stop the chapter, this lesson over here. We shall see tomorrow. Have a good day.